Life has a funny way of turning everything upside down when you least expect it. One day, you think you have it all, a great career, a loving boyfriend, and a family that would do anything for you. The next, you're standing in the wreckage of your old life, trying to make sense of the betrayal that just ripped through your soul. Up until a month ago, I thought I had everything figured out. I was 48 years old, living in New York City, thriving as the vice president of a successful advertising agency. My boyfriend of 2 years, Tom, was charming, supportive, and someone I truly believed I would spend my life with. My sister, Sarah, had always been my best friend, my partner in crime since childhood. We shared secrets, dreams, and late-night talks over wine. But all of that changed on an ordinary Tuesday morning. I was rushing out the door, late for a crucial client meeting, when I realized I had forgotten my USB drive at home. No big deal, right? Sarah was staying with us for the week, so I called and asked her to email me the files. She agreed without hesitation. Minutes later, I got an email from her, but when I opened the attachment, my heart stopped. It wasn't my work files. It was a collection of private messages between her and Tom. At first, I thought it had to be a mistake, a prank, something, anything, that would make more sense than the truth staring me in the face. But as I scrolled through months of conversations, my stomach twisted, inside jokes, flirty messages, explicit details about their secret meetups. 6 months. For half a year, the two people I trusted most had been sneaking behind my back. I felt sick. My hands were shaking so violently I could barely hold my phone. I read the messages over and over, hoping I was misunderstanding something. But I wasn't. Everything I knew, everything I believed in was a lie. I don't remember how I got through that client meeting. My body was in the room, but my mind was elsewhere, replaying every memory of the past 6 months with new, painful clarity. The nights Tom had told me he was staying in. The times Sarah had come over for sister bonding. Every detail took on a new, sickening meaning. As soon as the meeting ended, I went home. I stormed into our apartment, my heart pounding so hard I thought my chest might explode. Tom was sitting on the couch, watching TV, completely unaware that his world was about to shatter. "How long?" I demanded, throwing my phone onto his lap. He blinked in confusion, but when he saw the messages, his face drained of color. I don't know. "What you're talking about?" he stammered, but his voice cracked. He was lying. "Don't," I snapped. "I saw everything. Sarah and you. How long?" A long silence stretched between us. Then finally he exhaled and muttered, 6 months. 6 months. I thought I would scream. "We didn't mean for it to happen," he continued weakly. "It just—" "Get out," I interrupted, my voice shaking. "Please, let's talk. Get out." I didn't wait to see his reaction. I turned away, biting my lip so hard I tasted blood. I refused to cry in front of him. By the time he grabbed a few things and left, I was already dialing Sarah's number. When her face popped up on my screen, her eyes were red and swollen. She already knew. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "Why?" My voice was cold. She hesitated before saying, "I didn't mean for it to happen. Tom and I just clicked. I think I love him." Love? My own sister was in love with my boyfriend? I hung up without another word. Then, desperate for some kind of support, I called my parents. Surely they would be on my side. Instead, my mother sighed and said, "Oh, honey, I'm sure Sarah didn't mean to hurt you. You know how impulsive she can be." My father added, "The most important thing is family. Maybe we should all sit down and talk things out." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Talk things out? After my sister had betrayed me in the worst possible way, their reaction felt like a second betrayal. That was the moment I knew I was on my own. I let myself grieve for a few days. I cried until I had nothing left. Then, something inside me shifted. I wasn't going to be the victim. I was going to take control. The next day, I met with my lawyer. Tom and I worked in the same industry, and our company had strict policies about workplace relationships. Jessica, my lawyer, leaned forward and said, "We have options: emotional distress, breach of trust, maybe even workplace harassment." For the first time in weeks, I felt hope. I filed a formal HR complaint against Tom. Within days, he was placed on administrative leave. The sight of him packing up his desk while our co-workers whispered was more satisfying than I can describe. Meanwhile, Sarah's lies were catching up to her. A private investigator revealed that she had been borrowing money from our parents for years and never paying it back. Worse, she had lied about having a degree on her resume. One phone call to her employer later, she was fired. And then, there was the family meeting. My parents begged me to forgive Sarah. Sarah wept, saying she never meant to hurt me. I stood up and said, "This is useless, I'm done," and I walked out of their lives. Moving to Seattle was the best decision I ever made. I landed a job at a boutique advertising agency. Within months, I was promoted. Eventually, I bought out the agency and became its CEO. Tom? Blacklisted from the industry. Sarah? Unemployed and no longer the golden child in my parents' eyes. I started seeing someone new. Mark. He understood betrayal because he had been through it too. We bonded over our scars and our strength. Therapy helped me realize that revenge wasn't just about punishing them. It was about reclaiming my power. I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving. It's been 6 months since I left New York. As I sit in my Seattle office looking over the skyline, I feel at peace. The pain is still there, but it no longer controls me. To anyone reading this who has faced betrayal, don't let them break you. You are stronger than you think, and when life knocks you down, you get up. You fight back. You build a life so incredible that those who hurt you have no choice but to watch you rise. Because in the end, the best revenge isn't just justice, it's success. And I've never been more successful in my life, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.